Now we're going to talk about footwork throwing to second base with a right-handed batter in the box. So the way I like to think about footwork and transferring down to second base is I like to break it down into 5 steps. We're going to catch, we're going to transfer, we're going to take a right foot step, a left foot step, then we're going to separate and throw. So a lot of young catchers, a lot of young players, what they do is they catch the ball and they want to get rid of the ball so fast that they take a weird step with their left foot, then their right foot, and it kind of just looks like a jumbled mess. So a good way to kind of take that mess and condense it into a more strong position is we want to see if we can take a couple pieces of tape or maybe just draw a line in the sand, whatever you can do to kind of create a little bit of a reference point for our catchers to think, all right, I want to see how close I can get this right foot to this piece of tape here on my way to throwing to second base. So in slow-mo, I'm here in my position, I catch the ball, I transfer, I want to take this right foot, I want to put it as close to this piece of tape as I can. We're separating here, stepping with the left, and pulling apart. Now, we don't want this piece of tape to be this far away because now we're taking a long, big step and everything starts to lengthen out. We need to remember that the runner is running. For every half a second that I have taking this big step as opposed to a short step, he or she is taking 3 or 4 steps towards second base. We want to be as short, compact, and quick as we possibly can. So we want this piece of tape to be just in front of our feet, maybe 6 inches in front of our feet. It's not a huge, tremendous big step. It's just a short little jab. So right here in real time, we'll have someone flip you the ball. We can do this bare hand. I prefer it to be done with the bare hand. I think it allows us to feel the baseball a little more, especially for our young players. But after we do a couple sets with the bare hand, we can transition to the glove. So we're gonna be here. Coach is gonna flip us the ball. We're gonna catch this ball, transfer, right foot, left foot, boom. Now my right foot landed just behind the piece of tape. I would like to think I want to be as close to it as I can. Where I don't really want to be is in front of the piece of tape or our reference point, because now that'll be a clear indication that I'm taking just a little bit of a too big of a step, and it's important for us to bring it down. So we'll try a few in real speed. Boom. So my right foot there was a little bit behind. Now I know as a player that I can gain a little bit more ground, because the more ground that I gain, the more force on the ball I'll get down to second base. So let's see if I can fix that right here. Boom. Now my right foot's right on the line. So the reason why the line is a great thing is because it's allowing the player to self-correct without coach or anyone telling them what to do. So it's a clear indication of, oh, all I need to do is look down, see where my foot is. Now, when we have a right-handed batter in the box, it's important to have some sort of object, maybe another player or another coach right here standing in. The reason why we want this here is because what a lot of young players do is they take this right leg and they drop it back here, and now we get into the box. The batter has a right to stay in the box. He or she doesn't have to move out of the way. So we have to make sure that we're staying as straight to our target as we can. So a good idea is to maybe put a box or a cone or whatever you have that can stand right here is important to have, so we feel like there's a batter in there. I think anytime we throw down to second base, there should be something in here so we don't get away with maybe cheating and going to the left. So we want to stay nice and straight and get that foot on the piece of tape here. Boom. So I'm moving straight, my foot's on the tape, I'm on a nice strong position. That could be done 8 to 10 times with the bare hand. Once you feel comfortable enough, you transition to the glove, and then you start making some throws. So again, it's really important to remember those 5 steps: catch, transfer, right foot, left foot, and then separate and throw. It's important to remember them in that order. They're sequential, so you need to make sure you're hitting them all one at a time. We're staying straight to our target. We're not gaining too much ground to the left. We're using something here to make sure that our players are not getting crazy by jumping out to the left. It's all pretty simple stuff. As long as you're able to kind of have some sort of a reference point, I think the players will be able to, really benefit from seeing it themselves as opposed to constantly being coached. So that's a couple easy pointers on how to throw to second base.